Scientists just figured out why two people can eat the same exact diet, do the same exact workouts, and age at completely different rates. And it has nothing to do with genetics. It all boils down to what's happening inside your cells right now. And for most people over 40, this could be a slow motion disaster. Your cells are literally making garbage all day, every day, from broken down proteins, busted up cell parts, all kinds of debris. It just keeps piling up like you've got trash bags stacked in your house because the garbage truck stopped coming. And after 40, your cellular janitor basically clocks out and never comes back. But here's a compound that can actually get that janitor back to work. And I'll show you exactly how to get it. First, though, let me explain what's actually happening inside your cells. Every single cell in your body is basically a factory. It's constantly working, cranking out proteins, generating energy, fixing damage, basically. And just like any factory, it makes waste. When things are running smoothly, your cells have this incredible cleanup system called autophagy. Think of it as a cellular recycling system. Your cells spot the damaged stuff, break it down, and reuse those raw materials to build new, healthy structures or cells. It's elegant, it's efficient. And when you're young, it just works. But check this out. In 2024, researchers at Columbia University made a fascinating discovery. They found that autophagy efficiency varies dramatically between people as they age. Some people maintain strong autophagy into their 60s and beyond. Others see it decline significantly starting around 40. The difference? Lifestyle factors, including what they ate. And this isn't some abstract science things. When autophagy slows down and cellular trash builds up, it's directly connected to everything we think of as getting older. You know, that tired all the time feeling that you might get because your mitochondria are clogged with damaged components, making it difficult to crank out energy. The muscle loss because your cells can't efficiently recycle damaged muscle proteins into new ones. And the inflammation because all of those cellular debris keep triggering your immune system. This is why people say, I just feel older. You're literally walking around with years of accumulated cellular waste. And this is where it gets really interesting because research on identical twins shows something fascinating. Studies have looked at twins with the same DNA, but widely different aging rates. One twin at 55 might look 45, the other looks 65. The researchers wanted to know what was going on here. So they measured everything between twins: diet, exercise, sleep, and stress. And it was all pretty much the same. But when they dug deeper into their cellular function, they found major differences in autophagy activity. The younger looking twins maintained strong autophagy. The older looking ones, autophagy had declined significantly. But what really stood out, these are identical twins. They literally have the same DNA. The difference was in how each one lived. Something in their lifestyles was keeping one twin cellular cleanup system running strong and the other one not so much. And when researchers dug into it, they found something pretty fascinating. But before I tell you what that is, if you're finding this valuable, hit that like and subscribe button for me. I'm constantly digging through research like this, so you don't have to. All right, so what did they find? It came down to a compound called spermidine, and it's one of the most powerful autophagy activators we know about. It works by hijacking your cellular cleanup system. Your cells have these cleanup crews called autophagisms. Think of them as garbage trucks cruising around your cells, picking up damaged proteins and broken components. When you're young, your body naturally sends out signals that keep those garbage trucks running nonstop. But after 40, those signals start fading out. Spermidine basically comes in and hijacks the system. It flips on the same genetic switches that fasting flips on, specifically something called TFEB, which is like the master control for cellular cleanup. And this is why it's so powerful. You'd have to fast for 16 to 18 hours to really get autophagy firing. Spermidine can flip those switches without fasting. Multiple studies have shown that people eating high amounts of spermidine maintain better autophagy markers, similar to people years younger. But the most compelling evidence comes from a 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that followed over 800 people for 20 years. People with the highest spermidine intake had about 26% lower risk of dying from any cause after accounting for lifestyle factors. Let me say that again, 26% lower risk of dying from anything. That's not a supplement company making claims. That's 20 years of data on real people. Now, I know someone's going to comment, I'll just fast, or doesn't olive oil do this too? So let me tackle that real quick. Fasting triggers autophagy, but you need a minimum of 16 to 18 hours to get meaningful benefits. And not everybody wants to fast. Olive oil, specifically the polyphenols like oleuropein, can help, and olive extract even more. Exercise triggers it too, coffee does, and resveratrol does. So why am I zeroing in on spermidine? First, it's one of the strongest dietary autophagy activators we've got. The effect in studies is legit. Second, unlike fasting, you can use it every single day without changing your lifestyle at all. Third, the longevity data on spermidine is solid. That 20-year study following over 800 people showed those eating the most spermidine lived significantly longer. And can you stack all these together? Of course. Fast for 16 hours, drink coffee during your fast, break your fast with a spermidine-rich meal cooked in olive oil, then hit the gym. You're hitting autophagy from every angle. And now onto those 3 food sources I promised. You want to hit about 5 to 10 milligrams of spermidine per day. That's the sweet spot the research actually points to. And it's actually pretty easy to get it from food. Now, starting at number 3 on the list, aged cheese, specifically aged cheddar or Parmesan. We're talking about cheese that's been aging for 12 plus months. A 2-ounce chunk of aged cheddar gives you about 3 to 4 milligrams. And Parmesan, even better, closer to 5 milligrams. Now, real talk. Cheese is calorie dense and high in saturated fat. So if you're trying to drop weight, this might not be your best option. But if you're already eating cheese, make it aged cheese and you're already getting the boost. Number 2, mushrooms, particularly shiitake and oyster mushrooms. This gives you about 4 to 5 milligrams. And mushrooms are awesome. They're low in calorie, packed with beneficial compounds. And you can actually throw them in basically anything: eggs, stir fries, soups, salads. And unlike some compounds, spermidine actually increases when the food is cooked. So you don't have to worry about eating things raw. Number 1, wheat germ. This is the heavyweight hitter. 2 tablespoons of wheat germ gives you 6 to 8 milligrams, which is more than any other food that you can buy. And wheat germ is super easy to use. Stir it into yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, or just sprinkle it on salads. It's not some weird health food that tastes like cardboard. It has a pleasant, nutty taste to it, actually. Now, about supplements. There are spermidine supplements out there, and they usually give you 1 to 3 milligrams per capsule, extracted from wheat germ. But honestly, if you're consistently eating spermidine-rich foods, then why spend the money? But if you travel a ton or your diet's all over the place, then I can see it being beneficial. Final thoughts. Your cells have this incredible built-in system for staying young and healthy, but that system needs fuel. And after 40, you've got to be intentional about giving it that fuel. Spermidine is one of the safest and most well-researched compounds we have for supporting cellular health and longevity. This isn't about living forever. This is about keeping your cells working well so you stay energetic, sharp, and strong as you get older. And unlike a lot of longevity stuff, this one's simple. Eat some wheat germ, cook some mushrooms, enjoy some aged cheese. The research is solid. The mechanisms make sense. The food sources are easy to find. Now it's just about actually doing it. Was this information new for you? And are you going to try adding spermidine-rich foods now? Let us know in the comments below. This is Dave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.